Hi, George. We're back.
Good. Joseph was waiting for Adam and George to come along. And that's when they first hit him in the head and shot him 5 times and then dumped him over the side of the bridge. The Heights initially said, we don't know anything about it, but then they found galoshes and bloody clothing in the house along with the weapons near here. And then, they went through the whole trial and...
Well, yeah, but then George should be at rest. There are no loose ends.
It says here, Joseph's defense attorney pleaded that he was a simple, misled boy with a formerly irreproachable reputation. At 7:50 p.m., the jury processed back into the courtroom. The acting county clerk then addressed them. Gentlemen of the jury, look upon the prisoner. Prisoner, look upon the jury. How find you this man? Guilty or not guilty? Jury foreman Maverick Ingram arose and pronounced that they had agreed on a verdict of murder in the second degree. Joseph's life had been saved. He was sentenced to 30 years imprisonment in Dannemora State Prison, which is known today as Clinton Correctional Facility. The next day, a Thursday, it was Adam's turn in the dock. The presiding judge was Edgar L. Fursman. The first business of the court was to convene a panel of 60 jurors who were then questioned as to their suitability. Then as now, it was not a responsibility that many citizens enjoyed. Isaac Quinlan said his bones ached, but the judge refused to dismiss him. M.B. Pierce said he had diarrhea, but the judge told him to get a prescription and return to the courthouse. Several hours later, the jury panel had been whittled down to the required 12 men. Their task was to decide if Adam had aided and abetted Joseph that tragic night. Had Joseph been economical with the truth? The judge addressed them. This man is on trial for his life. He is either guilty of murder in the first degree or nothing. It won't do to convict a man on suspicion. Human justice rests on a foundation of law. The trial concluded the next morning. By 9 a.m. the jury was seated, ready to hear the address of George Fursman. He advised them to give a verdict of not guilty as there was insufficient evidence to convict, not least of which was the fact that the tracks of only 2 people were evident on the bridge that snowy night. Without leaving their seats, the jury expressed agreement. Fursman turned to Adam and said, "Height, you are discharged." Adam's eyes filled with tears and he nodded in expression of thanks before being led away. Despite Margaret's death, Adam's health did not recover. His mind deteriorated. In September of 1892, a local newspaper editorial stated that Adam Height was not a safe man to be at large. No sane man, it stated, could believe George Margaret possessed the power of witchcraft. It recommended that he be taken to the asylum. That is exactly what happened the following June. Adam's wife, Barbara, requested the overseer of the poor to institute proceedings to have him declared insane and that he was not fit to be at large. Due process was duly gone through with 2 doctors certifying his insanity, and Adam was taken to the State Lunatic Asylum at Milton. It was thought he would resist, but the officers told him he would be cured if he consented to go.
That's why, because he was a boy. And he's actually the one that did it.
When I walk up, always, when I come up the side and come onto the beginning of the bridge, it always grips me right there. And as we move forward, it dissipates.
So like right where she's standing?
A little bit farther back.
Okay.
I'll tell you. In here, it just absolutely just like a tightness just grips me right when I come up here. It's like last time. Get about here and it's that same tight sensation. Have you felt anything since you've been here?
Yes and no. I've been doing more talking and trying to do a lot of listening.
Mm-hmm.
And I get a smile on the face every time I try to talk. So I'm just getting the impression that he's having it out.
Oh, good. We were worried that we were like invading his boundaries.
No, he doesn't want to be here. He's been here 125 years. He doesn't want to be here.
So he does think we're helping him.
He does not live in here.
Yeah. We wanted to definitely let him know that we're not here just to get in the pool of blue someone. We're here to help him.
No, he wants out of here. That's the strongest feeling I've had.
What can we do
And
that's going to help him?
I keep seeing somebody with a long coat and a hat. No, I think by just letting people know that it was Adam. Because apparently he and Adam were very close.
Mm-hmm.
And then Adam, because the things started to happen to Adam.
We blame George because he was a little
George.
nuts. Or
He was just
superstitious,
different. He was a little different.
uneducated, superstitious.
Yeah.
The feeling
You
I
know,
got last time and this time was that I felt like a sense of sadness and betrayal, and I never felt that George was bad ever.
No, they actually loved each other a lot.
Yeah.
I got the feeling that they really just loved each other, and he couldn't understand why he was making these accusations.
Yeah, there was such shock. How could this person do this to me? And I feel that now too.
And they had adjoining farms, which was nice. And I think that part of that led to that.
Feel like a
Because
family
according to
member.
that book, Adam's cow started to dry up.
Yeah.
And, he
Something with his
started-
crops.
Yeah. And he started to feel ill. But then he started to feel better, and then when George came around, he felt worse. So he kind of everything just kind of ganged up on him.
When I go up onto the bridge and in a certain area near the middle, I start getting just like a tightness in my throat. Just to almost like it's hard to take a breath.
I was trying to picture what it was like 125 years ago, and it's difficult. He wants people to know that it was Adam, and this is the only,
It's the only way.
This is the only place that really the confrontation was when they were together.
So you think if we are able to help with him with that he'll be able to maybe feel like he can cross over?
I think he can transition out if he knows that people understand now that it wasn't person, it was Adam.
Then on our next session, we've got to just sit and discuss that
Yeah.
and let him know.
I felt like
and
we
tell
didn't
him
know
that we
exactly
can-
what to ask last time.
Right, but then we can, publish our findings on the website, wherever, and through that, let people know and that it was him. And just like with the last time when we got the hit on the ghost box with Adam's name.
Can you confirm one more time who it was that killed you so that we can let others know?
We will let anyone who listens know that it was Adam.